Let's start with a brief summary. This article, written by Paul Graham in 2002, serves as a guide for those curious about which problem each programming language solves. Graham explains what needs different programming languages were created to meet, or what problems to solve, and he also reveals the advantages and disadvantages of these languages against each other. This article is quite enlightening for those who want to better understand the relationship between programming languages. Before we dive in, I want to share a quick note about how this podcast is created. As you've probably noticed, this podcast isn't voiced by a human, but by artificial intelligence. I'm obligated to inform you of this beforehand due to the rules of AI services. This podcast is made possible by our sponsor, Wope.com, an AI startup that combines content marketing with artificial intelligence to significantly boost traffic and revenue of your startups. For all the latest content, be sure to follow me at x.com Yigit Now let's turn our attention back to the essay. The Problems Solved by Programming Languages. Original title, What Languages Fix Date, February 2002. Kevin Kelleher suggested an interesting way to compare programming languages, to describe each in terms of the problem it fixes. The surprising thing is how many and how well languages can be described this way. Algol, assembly language, is too low level. Pascal, Algol doesn't have enough data types. Modula, Pascal is too wimpy for systems programming. Algol isn't good enough at simulations. Smalltalk, not everything in Simula is an object. Fortran, assembly language, is too low level. COBOL, Fortran is scary. Po1, Fortran doesn't have enough data types. Ada, every existing language is missing something. Basic, Fortran is scary. APL, Fortran isn't good enough at manipulating arrays. J, APL requires its own character set. C, assembly language, is too low level. C++, C is too low level. C++ is a kludge, and Microsoft is going to crush us. Java is controlled by Sun. Turing machines are an awkward way to describe computation. Scheme, Mac Lisp is a kludge. Scheme has no libraries. Common Lisp, there are too many dialects of Lisp. Scheme has no libraries, and Lisp syntax is scary. Perl, shell scripts, awk-set are not enough like programming languages. Python, Perl is a kludge. Ruby, Perl is a kludge. And Lisp syntax is scary. Programming is not enough like logic.